right, here we go. 319! 319! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, here's Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep here, Marcus Murphy. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. These Bills, Charles, broke the 17-year playoff drought under first-year head coach Sean McDermott. And while Bills fans, they reveled in their team's return to relevance. We know the NFL, it's a what have you done for me lately business. So what can we expect in 2018?
I think a continuation of what head coach Sean McDermott started last year, creating the new culture for the Bills, upgrading their defense. But the big thing, they need more plays from the quarterback position that are downfield, chunk plays to take some of the pressure off the defense. Remember, only 3 points scored in the playoff loss to the Jaguars.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens making their way out here, Charles, and a heartbreaking last-second loss to the Bengals Week 17 last year. Kept them out of the playoffs into their season at 9-7. And, you know, since winning Super Bowl 47, they've now missed the playoffs for the last 5 years.
They want to get back to doing things the Ravens way, which means toughness on both sides of the ball. So they want to continue to run it with Alex Collins. They added Orlando Brown in at right tackle. They want better push up front, but they have to throw the ball better as well. So they added Michael Crabtree in free agency, and the 2 tight ends. Grabbed them early. Hayden Hurst out of South Carolina and Mark Andrews out of Oklahoma. Then flip it over on defense. Want to continue to flock to the football the way that they've done for so many years.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his first touchdown as a member of the Ravens. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Watch it now, Barney.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tony Jefferson able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a run with Montgomery, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Crabtree with it over the middle. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the...
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Terrell Suggs in there for sack number 127 in his great career. Moving in past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. C.J. Mosley. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that...
And now look at him go. The 40, 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery, 97 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Now it's Murphy. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
He goes underneath to Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play here for the Bills. And even 40 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Detroit! Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen now on 3rd down. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Gone!
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to run with Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Gone! Now let's go. Boom,
and here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know it feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what is that? Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Leopard. Over.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a third down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's exactly why the Ravens drafted him, added him to their stable after drafting Hayden Hurst in the first round. A second tight end who can catch the football. He looks like a guy who's going to line up on the line of scrimmage and mash you in the running game as a blocker. But his best attributes, splitting out, catching the football almost as an extra wide receiver.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll go option on second down, right side. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction.
Now let's go. Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Play action. It's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Freeman again. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen looking for his tight end Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Here's tight end Clay, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Jackson on second down. Flushed out right, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot.
Here we go.
But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On third down, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Checking things elsewhere. Third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now Collins. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And again, it's Collins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Jackson now, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a third down. Jackson looking to throw on third. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They come out here in the I. Trying to punch it in with Collins. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it with Collins. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at it second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Allen again here on second and 10. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far.
Detroit!
This is third and 9.
Detroit! Now let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Collins. Spins past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
This time Jackson will throw it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. He'll be back at the 36. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start by running the out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Dancing to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Allen looks to throw on second down. Steps away to touchdown, Buffalo. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Allen forced out to his left. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 2.
This is Collins on the handoff. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this. Overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.